My sister humiliated me in front of our entire family at Thanksgiving after I took the blame for her car crash. When I tried to speak up, my dad glared and hissed, "Don't embarrass us further." I walked away in silence. Now, a year later, she's begging me to save her from our parents. Growing up, I thought my parents treated me and my younger sister Bella equally, until I was 10 years old. It was Bella's 9th birthday, and Mom had planned an elaborate party at our favorite trampoline park. But as the guests arrived and gifts piled up, Mom suddenly declared a rule. Every present brought for Bella had to be shared with me too. Bella's face fell, her excitement fading into silent hurt. Confused, I quietly whispered, "Mom, isn't it Bella's birthday?" But she shot me a stern glare and whispered harshly, "Don't you dare question me." After everyone left, Bella silently handed me half of her gifts, barely holding back tears. From that day forward, my eyes opened to a pattern. Whenever Bella earned something, like a certificate for perfect attendance or a prize at the school science fair, my parents would either brush it off or redirect praise toward me. And whenever she made a mistake, even small ones like spilling juice, she was grounded for days or forced to skip meals. Unable to bear it, I became Bella's secret ally. When she was forced to skip dinner, I'd hide granola bars in her backpack or sneak sandwiches under her door. When our parents locked her in her room for getting bad grades, I'd quietly unlock her window so she could at least feel the sun. But everything changed one autumn afternoon when Ella was 16. She had finally earned her driver's license, and our parents grudgingly allowed her to use the family car. But she accidentally crashed it, scraping the side badly against our garage. When I found her panicking in the driveway, I immediately offered to cover for her, even though our parents would be furious. I told them it was my fault, that I'd taken the car without permission and crashed. My mother slapped me, and my father yelled until his face turned red, grounding me for months. Ella stayed silent the whole time. In the days that followed, Ella became strangely distant. At dinner, she'd snicker with our parents when they insulted my supposed recklessness. "Honestly, it's embarrassing having a sister who can't control herself," she'd say mockingly. At first, I thought it was a coping mechanism, but her digs increasingly more vicious. Then came Thanksgiving. Our house was filled with relatives, laughter, and chatter. When dessert arrived, Ella tapped her glass, commanding attention. "I just wanted to thank Mom and Dad," she started sweetly, "because if they hadn't been so strict, I might have turned out like my irresponsible sister." She shot me a cruel glance. "I mean, crashing the car? It's honestly pathetic." My heart dropped as my family erupted into laughter. I tried to speak up, but Dad shot me a fierce warning look, hissing through clenched teeth, "Don't embarrass us further." Humiliated, I quietly left the room. As I lay awake that night, anger and hurt kept me tossing and turning. I'd spent years protecting Ella, only to have her twist the knife deeper into my back. She wanted to humiliate me in front of everyone? Fine, I'd show her the consequences. So instead of letting my emotions fester, I got strategic. The next day after school, I stayed late in the computer lab, carefully composing an email. You see, I knew Ella's greatest vulnerability, her perfectly cultivated reputation at school. She was class president, star of the debate team, and universally loved by teachers. She had everyone believing she was flawless, the exact opposite of the sister she publicly mocked. In the email addressed to the principal, teachers, and Ella's closest friends, I described with intricate detail the truth behind the lie she'd publicly laughed off. I even included the cruel Thanksgiving speech, exposing how Ella had knowingly let me take punishments meant for her, only to ridicule me later. To back it all up, I attached screenshots from texts Ella had sent me over the years, thanking me for taking the blame, apologizing for making mistakes, and admitting she felt guilty for staying silent. After triple checking the recipients, I clicked send, and within 24 hours of sending it, I regretted it. Because not only was Ella hated by everyone at school, but our parents treated her worse than ever, and it wasn't long before her life was in danger. I didn't realize how bad things would get. The day after I sent the email, I walked into school feeling weirdly powerful. The hallway seemed brighter somehow, as if a weight had been lifted from my shoulders. For once, I thought I'd taken control, but that feeling didn't last long. I spotted Bella at her locker, surrounded by her former friends. They weren't talking to her, they were just staring, whispering, and pointing. Some had their phones out, probably rereading my email or showing it to others who hadn't seen it yet. I expected to feel satisfied, but something felt wrong in my gut. Bella's shoulders were hunched, her head bowed as she fumbled with her combination lock, her hands visibly shaking even from where I stood. During lunch, I overheard some kids from the debate team talking about how Bella had been removed as president. They had an emergency meeting this morning, one girl said, leaning in conspiratorially. Unanimous vote to remove her. Someone else said